No people of color or perverts welcome. Wow, man, what a racist, what a bigot. Except that's what woke is. No POCs or pervs. I thought of it and just could not resist. It's a reaction, biological, to all that wokeist hatred, DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion, DIE, 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 off with their heads. It's the French Revolution. Liberty, equality, fraternity, except there is no fraternity brotherhood because that's male, which is bad, and equality is racist, and liberty is free speech, which is hate speech. But they like the lopping off of body parts. It's all so very logical. Diversity, as long as you're not a white who dares to call themselves a man. Inclusion, which requires exclusion, us, not you. What's the other? The Trinity, the somehow infernal Trinity. Equity, it's that story of the Eastern potentate in the field of flowers. He took his sword and lopped off the tallest poppies. No excellence allowed. It's the myth of Procrustus, the brigand who forced travelers to fit his bed. Too tall, and he'd stretch you on the rack. Too short, and he'd chop off your feet. One size fits all. All fit one size. I never would have believed it. It's like a home invasion. A homo invasion. Get it? And an invasion like open borders. No limits allowed. And only perverts and people of color welcome. So, ugly meets ugly. It's only human, and not the worst of human nature, to react as a neurological function, amygdala and the like, to the neo-McCarthyism, the ultra-Orwellian, meta-Maoist, supra-Stalinist, hyper-Hitlerite, maximo-Marxism of Hollywood, of media platforms, the no white, cis, male, DIE censor culture, because everything is about only words and feelings. Therefore, I am whatever I say I am. At this moment, a bigot. The next, a perv. After that, I'm a genuine 100% pure beef woman of the non-vaginal, sans uterine type. Anatomy, like pronouns, serves any and every purpose. Intolerance is a federal offense. Now I'm a trans man with pronouns in a Star Wars language, and you are allowed to address me only through my protocol droid. The Barbie movie is profoundly offensive to me as an authentic person of blondness. The appropriation of my culture, non-bleaching by the haters of their own natural coloring, is intolerant and unacceptable. The term dumb blonde? Wow, how hurtful. It's always dumb bleach blondes, dumb posers. So, a question. What happens to their identity if they don't have access to bleach, let alone dyes of any rainbow color? And if they don't have access to makeup, to outfits, to mirrors? Who are you if you cannot see yourself, or if others are not looking at you with an opinion? Speaking now as a gay woman of color, I am uniquely positioned to know, without a mirror, we hardly exist at all. The amygdala is the part of the brain that causes infants to prefer faces of their own race. Obviously, it's an exposure thing to early caregivers, overwhelmingly parents, no longer mammies. The amygdala informs the organism of danger because it reacts to differences. Same thing in this universe of entropy and predation. So it's an inevitable synaptic reaction, this othering, this marginalizing, the institutional bigotry beamed, sprayed like skunk stink, like tomcat squirt at what is still a majority of the American population, white males. There is a directive that we are not men. Rage, no. Be miffed against the machine. Passive voice. No eye contact. Anybody want to help me do an actual podcast as a counter to the untalented girl bosses who've taken over with their eunuchs, like toxic mold, like untreated syphilis, like the Nazi Party? I'm very special. It'll be great. So popular. I'm quite striking. And I'm totally over this anonymity thing. Next time, it'll be me in the flesh with all my stats and sensitive information. Promise.